Hello everybody, welcome back to the Jade Empire walkthrough. I thought I already did this part last time. Oh, yeah. So I missed some stuff down here. I ran to the group too fast. And once you talk to your group members, they or I should say you progress on, essentially. So I missed, like I said, I missed that chest back there for sure, or whatever that was, a headstone, something like that. But I think that's it. And what was that? The scintillating gem of power or something like that? And I don't know why I ran all the way up here. I knew that there was nothing there because I went there last time. Pretty odd choice. At 115 points. It's kind of a lot. Yeah, as I stuck to, you know, certain styles throughout the whole game and didn't bother using points on others, so that's why I had so many at the end. Let's see what this does. Oh, plus $5 stats. That's pretty decent. And I probably could have taken off Spirit Harvest. I don't think there's any more undead for the rest of the game. We're getting really close to the end here, so. Alright, so that looks like that's it. Lucky hand. Still have that equipped.
I will live to be as old as the Empire itself, and I will never be able to remove that sight from my mind.
I will treasure this moment for as long as I live. To have a hand in such a creature's destiny, it is an honor.
This was nearly overwhelming. My eyes were not meant to see such things.
Yes, your master. He made this possible. I don't know how much help I will be against him.
We have to try. I can't leave here knowing I didn't try.
We will try. There is nothing else we can do.
There are others here who may wish to express a preference in this matter.
I will try. I have to.
Alright, there we go. Let's be on our way. So I apologize for the redundant footage there, or at least a little bit of redundant footage, but yeah, we had a gem I missed, so. Alright, here's, I believe, the final technique in the game, the Heaven Mantra. Let's see what this guy does here. Chi plus 10, not bad. Their monks its secret, giving them uncompromising power over spirits and lesser creatures through their arts. Meditation performed daily focuses the spirit and unlocks hidden potential within an individual. There you go. All right, and yeah, so that should be the last technique in the game. The only thing I could say would be is if you were to buy, you know, one of Zinbu's. Here, body 10, mind -5, spirit -5. Here's one of those gems where everything ends up being kind of a wash, and so I wouldn't use this gem if you're severely lacking, you know, in the body department. Then, you know, perhaps, but in Open Palm there, it's, you know, there's a completely different one. So that one's overall a plus 15 to your stats. Granted, you know, I didn't feel like I really needed the extra spirit and chi, but you know what, it's still good. And again, you know, reason being is because it's all just a positive to your stats. Whereas some of those, you know, there's actually a lot of the gems in the game that are, you know, well, you lose some here and gain some here, and you know, depending on how you're building your character, that maybe that's fine. But for me, I tend to build balanced and not really go to extremes like that.
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come, and I have grown very good at waiting. You are very different from the student I once taught. Death changed you, I imagine. I apologize for that indignity, but it was necessary. It was also meant to be the end of you, but you surprised me again. I should have studied your people before wiping them out.
Should I try to appeal to him as a daughter? I don't know if he is truly beyond caring or not.
I did my best with what I understood at the time. I trained you with a weakness. You would succeed, but be vulnerable. I thought I anticipated everything.
Master Li, Sun Li, please hear me. Don't do this. I know you are not as heartless as you appear. You couldn't be. Not and still be my father.
Once more you try to restore me. My lost family was just one more tool. If they had ever meant more than that, I would have been present when they fell. That it was you, Dawnstar, only reinforces this. I would have recognized you if I had cared to. What use are heirs to a god?
I'm not sure what I expected my father to be, but I remember a time when I hoped he was someone like you. Not anymore.
I killed hundreds of your kind, thousands, just for the chance to become a god. I can't let you live, now that I am one. I am more than Sunhai ever was. I will undo the damage of his ignorance, force the dead to their rest, and keep the waters flowing. My empire will be ordered, obedient, and neither ghosts nor gods will plague it. And you are all that stands between me and the new peace. My brother summoned underlings to defeat you. I will create them from the very stone.
Alright, so once again we tried to appeal to, I don't know, his fatherly side. Can you even say that? But yeah, so obviously I'm not interested in not swaying him one bit, which I think is probably to be expected. And he's like super cold about it too. He's like, yeah, you know, if I really cared, then I would have been there, you know, when you died. And then something like gods have no heirs.
Double axis. Leaping tiger.
We'll see about that, buddy. And man, so these constructs, the crappy thing about these guys is the whole, you know, not reeling from the attack. So it's, and they shove 4 of them on you all at the same time. So it can be kind of a pain in the ass. I'm accidentally switching that to paralyzing palm. Obviously, we don't have any camera these guys, but in that corner and among all 3 is not the place I want to be. But these guys just were not splitting up very well. I love the way that character runs with the axe. His right hand, the one like way up in the air. Alright, I'm trying to take a couple of swipes at a couple of these, but stuck in the middle of a bunch is just no fun. I should have used my focus here. I'm not really sure why I didn't. This is the perfect time to use it. Lucky hand, I believe you can get rid of that. I don't think there's any more humans there. I mean, we're pretty much done. This is it. We're in the last. This group of 4 constructs. There might be some more. And then, no. Gosh, you have so much health, and they're all bunched up. Two down. Okay, so I'm using Dawnstar. And it's not like it doesn't look like my axes are taking any of my focus. That's great. I mean, so I maxed out, I'd say. I have a maximum amount of reduced focus for those. But yeah, they must just not take any then once it's all maxed out. Which is obviously freaking awesome. Alright, I'm betting there must be one more round of dudes. What am I doing here? I think I took off a bunch of damage shields because they didn't really seem like they were doing much. Brilliant Gem of Balance wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, pure stats, I guess. The Gem of Unity. I already have an armor gem slotted. Oh, okay. What was that all about? What's an armor gem? Is that the 5%, whatchamacallit? Yeah, Heaven's Blessing. There it is. Yeah, that looks right.
It's
Alright.
almost over. I don't think there's
Well,
anything
little
left in the
stats
Empire for
really
us to battle
boosted
through.
my spirit up.
An impressive display. Your star shines bright, but it is still trapped within a mortal body. Perhaps a more direct application of my power will show you what you are up against. And just how restrictive your shell truly is.
Deja vu much? I don't know. Forest Spirit turning us to stone? I don't know. It didn't really work for her. I can't foresee it working for Master Lee here.
Death come, and being unable to stop it.
But, alright, so where are we? Some sort of dream realm? Doubt can cripple even the most powerful warrior. I doubt that. I got nothing. Alright, so what do we have here? This whole, or this last kind of, I don't know, scene? No, I don't know. What would this be? Scenario? I don't know. Whatever you want to call this.
Physical
can be different depending on the choices. Some of the choices that you've made. Number one is if you like bind Death's Hand, and then bind some of your character's souls. If you're going close fist, or if you pick the close fist point.
You and your followers are playthings. The rest are held just as you are.
And thus you'll have less people here, less followers to help you out.
What the hell is going on?
Yes, well said.
Alright, so in this case we had all three. The Chaika. I can't use local sounds on this guy. Chaika, Black Whirlwind, and again, depending on your choices, I believe, in fact, you can actually, I just want to say you can kill him if you go close fist. So there's a chance that he wouldn't be there to absorb one of those spirits, and so if that was the case, then you'd have to fight more.
My talons are deep within you. More fools leap to your defense, but no matter. The weight of my power will crush you soon enough.
I am with you. We haven't come this far to fail now.
We cannot let this stand, not when so much is at stake.
I stand with you. We will not fall just yet.
I like downstar. We haven't come this far to fail now. Alright. Should be the last one. And again, that same with earlier. Those, you know, if you bound, I think if you don't convert Dawnstar, and then you either bind her or something like that, she won't help you for this part, I think. Anyway, it's been so long since I actually did those played Knuckles Fist that I actually don't remember how that all plays
Your
out.
efforts are meaningless. Do you think to counter my influence by yourself? A god holds you. Nothing in the mortal realm can help you. Nothing.
I have moved with you, hidden, trying to keep focus. I give you all that I am, all that I was. Restore what has been corrupted.
Sagacious Zoo showing up one last time, aka Mr. Badass. This is awesome. His voice actor is awesome too. He sounds friggin' amazing. Man Crush? Maybe. Alright. What's up, Master Lee? How you like me now? Let's finish this turd off. So there's 3 different endings, I believe, here. Obviously, if you just lose to him, that's one. And then there's one, I think, that you can choose to actually just not fight him. And essentially, like, submit. Which, I mean, who's going to do that? I mean, that's just crap. But if you want to see that ending, go ahead. And then, you know, there's the good ending, which we're going to get, which is beating him down.
Energy. You are far too resistant to it. The loyalty you inspire is also tiresome, but I respect it. You have truly become a spirit monk. In another time, I would be proud of your ability. I am not satisfied with helping others surpass me. I quickly tired of elevating my brother, and I will not learn to serve you. I see now that the Water Dragon's power is the prize, not the means to victory. No matter what I expend, while you live, you will resist. That is your role. It is the celestial bureaucracy, attempting to restore balance. We must bring the fight back down to Earth, unless you are made to see reason. No great waves of energy, no demons from the walls. Skill versus skill, master versus student, as you said. I expect you have corrected the flaw in your style. No matter. Beyond the basics, I also taught you focus. Match me if you can.
So there you have it. You can listen to him and then I think agree to, you know, essentially submit. So again, I'm not going that route. That's just crap. Let me don't play that game or whatever. I don't know how you wanna. Anyways, let's take this turn down. Once and for all.
Paralyzing palm. Paralyzing palm.
I don't know how long he stayed PZ'd, but we're just gonna find out. Look at that, he barely takes any damage. I'm sure he's pretty tough if you actually try to face him legit, and I don't know if he heals or not. I'm not real sure. I'm just doing it. I'm throwing everything at him.
Double axis. Paralyzing palm. Double axis.
Paralyzed again.
Double axis. Paralyzing palm. Double axis. Paralyzing.
It's looking like this is pretty straightforward too. I'm not sure if he summons any guys like the Emperor did or not. Looking like that's a no.
You surprise me yet again.
All right, so that's that. We are going to. All right, so we're going to see the ending here, and you'll see. The only thing I don't really like about it is that you know, you do the dual romance thing, but at the end, Dawnstar doesn't stick around anyway. So, and you know, I don't know. That didn't seem. Whatever. It is what it is. How they wrote it. So, basically, I believe that this ending plays out the same way as if you had only romanced Silk Fox and stayed Open Palm and made all the Open Palm choices. So, again, I thought it was a little bit lame, but you know what? Oh well, it's not the end of the world. There's tons of different endings, tons of different epilogues, and the you know, the choices that you make actually determine here how, you know, each character's, I don't know if you want to say like final story ends up, but you'll see them all here in a bit. Alright. Final nod from the water dragon, who should, if my understanding was right, should be reborn then. And again, now, so we'll see the little bit of the like final ending stories for all the different characters, and I'm just gonna let them play out. And I would definitely recommend, if you don't read the credits, or just, you know, stick around at least for them. The voice actors added a little bit of additional voicing towards the end, and some of it's pretty good. It's pretty funny. So, you know, not a big fan of watching credits roll by, but there's some really funny dialogue. So again, I would stick around if you want. But I'm gonna end the commentary here. Boy, this has been the longest, I think, playthrough I've ever done. I didn't actually expect this one to be the longest, but it was, and I had fun. And I hope the guide was helpful. You know, hopefully it was fun too, and hope you guys keep joining me for more. I'm not sure which game I'm gonna do next, kind of in limbo at the moment, but I'll figure it out. It's only a matter of time. But alright, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching.
as exciting. Are you certain we are not needed elsewhere? No? No? Oh, I see. Well, I suppose there's nothing left to do but to go home.
Eternally misstepping hoe. Where have you been? Do you have any idea how long I have waited for you to come back from your errand? I'll only be gone for a minute. That's what you said. Now I find you've been gallivanting across the Empire with some band of misfits and women. It's like my sister said about you. That man is gonna run off on you, she said. He'll be unfaithful at the drop of a bun. And you know how often he does that? You left me with how many orders? Too many.
Yes, dear.
And only your worthless cousin to help. The man doesn't know a bun from a road apple. A hard lesson, but I taught him.
Remember the 6 batches of buns we had to throw away?
They tasted the same, but no one wanted your twisted creations. Bendy buns make people uncomfortable.
Yes, dear.
I should know. I have to hear the comments while you're off doing who knows what at the ends of the Empire. Just who are those people I saw you with? A bunch of fighters, drunks, slumming nobles, and charlatan mystics. Oh, you always find the worst sort of rabble. Arena anymore. You are hoe, bun master, and husband. Is that not enough?
Yes, dear.
I should have known you wouldn't be happy with a simple life. But you know you would be dead if you kept up your old ways. I saved you, and this is the thanks I get. Those friends of yours weren't going to save you. They were more concerned about glory in battle. Oh, sure, they went on to rule whole kingdoms, but are they happy?
Yes, dear.
Just like my sister always said, give a man an inch and he'll be gone for months. I should talk to her more. In fact, she'll be staying with us for the season. And my mother. Oh, that'll straighten you out. If there's one man in the Empire that needs it, it's you.
Yes. Hi, hello. I'm Dawn Star, and I play the childhood friend.
Hi, I'm Sagacious Zoo, and I play the part of the conflicted anti-hero.
I saw Jade Empire as a chance to branch out into more legitimate acting. I get a lot of comments about what I used to do on stage, but you do what you have to when you're starting out.
We all got along well enough. I had no trouble with anyone. We're not friends, mind you. I mean, it was just business. You have to be a professional no matter how much Sky bugs you. Did I just say that? What was the most difficult? Reloads. Piecing those golems back together isn't easy. To say nothing of getting the blood out of your robes. We had a disappearing dye that helped, but it just doesn't hit the wall right, you know?
Well, the writers at BioWare didn't know my early work, which is odd since I thought you could find anything on that interweb thing.
Sometimes the competition got on my nerves, you know? I mean, here I am, clearly a badass loner with a dangerous past. And what happens? I'll tell you. Someone discovers drunken style and spends the rest of the game with that chucklehead hoe throwing booze at his head.
I auditioned with some dramatic scenes they would be more, familiar with.
There are 4 lights!
My favorite player model? Radiant Gen Z. She just looks interesting, you know? Plucky. Of course, some smartass would ruin it by changing her name during testing. I guess they used up all the good ones in the actual game. Creamy nougat? What the hell is that?
It was a nice change from my old job. I used to have solid bits that really packed the crowds in, but I was overexposed. I got tired of the late nights, the second bananas. I lost count of the straight men I burned out.
I'm classically trained, you know, not just in the martial arts. Yeah, I got a few projects lined up. Art house stuff, so I don't get typecast in the Loner Enforcer role. But, check me out in Loner Enforcer 9, The Bloodening. The best of the series. I don't want to leave my fans behind.
I didn't want to end up like my uncle Maximilian Shecky Star. He could really work the shtick, but no one wants to see a vaudeville review these days, even if it is the oldest profession in theater. I said I did vaudeville, right?
I see Jade Empire really as an extension of my previous film work. Dangerous Loner 2, Alone and Dangerous, Water's Edge, The Beach Razor Nightmare. I mean, come on, that was a classic coming-of-age story. Oh, and Cats. You know, near the end of the run when it was more real. I was set to be a bad guy in a kid's movie about a dog that rides a champion racehorse. Air Biscuit, I think it was. But the guy that plays Zong the Ox Carrier told me Bioware was auditioning. Well, I decided to take the pay cut to broaden my horizons.
I recall your earliest lessons. You fell from 1,000 feet during the Walk of Death, which alone was odd enough at your age, but you made short work of the Walk of Maiming and the Walk of Intense Discomfort, and tore your head clean off. I comforted you, well, your head, saying that you could just walk it off because you know the cut was clean, and then you would punch a mountain in space.